Thank you very much for this opportunity. The reason why I want to do this video is to answer the hidden questions about Ghana's elections, the performance of NPP versus NDC since 2012. This false impression is being made in the media and by NPP communicators that they beat the NDC by 1 million votes in 2012 and 2016, and also the fact that 2024 election is only apathy, it's not incompetence, it's not corruption it's only apathy that affected their results. And I think I have a voice in this. Having gathered the data, having have the benefit of analyzing the data, I think I have to share it to avoid all these erroneous impressions created by the NPP and its apparatchiks. In 2024, Mahama won the election by 1.7 million votes. His votes margin increased by 300,000, over 300,000 votes, and not 100,000 are perpetuated by NPP, including joint news, whereby joint leaders should know better and should be updated on the speed that when you have, at the time of declaration, 9 constituencies were left. So later the EC updated its website and said that 275 out of 276. The Mahama campaign got 6.5 million votes. And when you compare vis-a-vis 2020, it's over 300,000 votes. So it cannot be 100,000 votes. So update your news file host, update everybody. We don't want this kind of thing. A country whereby all manner of figures are bandaged or here and there, depending on who is speaking and the interest and all that. We don't like that. We want one truth to stand. If you get one, you get one. If you get two, you get two. But on another breath is this figure, on another breath is this figure. We want to avoid that. So I'm doing this presentation to cure that erroneous impression. To begin with, in 2020, the NDC got 6,212,862 votes, valid vote cast, as declared by J. Mensa at the time of declaration. And the NPP got 6,730,528. So the difference between this was 400,000 votes plus. So it wasn't 500,000. So then came 2024. Then came 2024. Then came so then came 2024 elections, 2024. The NDC garnered 56. As at the time of declaration, was 6,338,397 votes. And then people got 4,657,304. My emphasis is not here. We'll get to where I'll settle the record. So, by the votes that were obtained, the NDC was declared winner of the election. So this is 2024 elections compared to that of 2020. So it has never been the case that, all right, thank you very much. So this was this is a gauge clock showing the various percentage that was garnered by the two leading candidates in the election of 2024. The blue, obviously, is NPP, and the green is NDC. So, and this is the gauge chart showing us that anyone who crosses this line wins the election. And it's obvious the NDC crosses and ate into the NPP and won the election. Of course, We also show in the 2024 election results in the 16 regions, and then 20 and the regional contribution of their votes. But this video, I don't want to deal in that statistics. So I'm leaving that aside. I will explain that in another episode. Then we'll move to the comparing how the parties compare using 2020 results in 2024. So I just do all this to kill the mischief and wrong demonstration of what numbers. So that's why I'm doing this. So and you could see in the regions what all the parties candidate MPP 2020 and 2024, NDC 2020, 2024. And you could see that when we talk about apathy, the apathy didn't affect only MPP, it also affected the NDC. All right. If we check the vote change, percentage change in terms of votes, if you take the voter region, we lost 3.67 votes. So the NPP, the NDC lost 3.67 votes. Okay, and NPP lost 43.57. So in the Bono region, we gain 60% of the votes, and the MPP lost 34.10% of the votes. So you could see that this could not just be apathy. There was something dramatic: corruption, misgovernance, arrogance of power, and all those things that contributed to it. This couldn't have been only what do you call it? Voter apathy. It's more than voter apathy. Then came the parliamentary. And here too, we saw how many seats each party gained in the regions. I'm not going to go through all of that. So overall, the MPP at the time of swearing in had 88 and DC 183. But now, of course, now it has changed. That dynamics have changed. But that I'm not going to deal with all of that. What is important to me is this aspect. 2020, in 2012, the NDC won that election. The MP only lost 5% of their votes. So the NDC garnered in 2012, this is where I'll mention the statistics. They garnered 5,618,442. MPP got 5,313,563. So the vote difference between NDC and MPP was 304,879 votes. So the NDC beat the MPP by over 300,000 votes in 2012. Then 2016, the MPP won the election. The MPP garnered 5,711,738, and the NDC got 4,806,647. So the votes difference between the MPP and NDC was 905,091 votes, and not 1 million votes. 905,091 votes, and not 1 million votes. So keep it in mind. Where they always say 1 million votes, no. Which means, so now let's comparatively comparing NDC 2012, NDC 2016, you can see it's over 800,000 votes. The vote difference between NDC 2012, NDC, MPP, NDC 2012, NDC 2016. It's in the same vein, comparing NDC, MPP 2016, MPP 2012. You see, they gain only 300,000 new votes. In terms of votes increase, they gain, look at the 2012 figure comparing to 2016. In respect of the MPP, they gain only 300,000 votes. Now let's move. 2020, there was a new voter register. So the MPP gained 3 million. 6,805,421. And then NDC garnered 6,317,453. So the votes difference between NPP and NDC was 487,968. So this cannot be said to be 500,000 votes. You see the clear mischief that has been killed. Then in 2024, the NDC garnered 6,561,798. And then the NPP gained 4,817,611. So the votes difference between NDC and if NDC 2020, NDC 2024 is over 300,000 votes and not 100,000. Over 300,000 votes. It's not 100,000. The vote difference between NPP 2020 and 2024 is 1.9 million. And the vote between 2024, the vote difference between NDC and MVP is positive 1,714,179. So it's not true that 2 million of your people didn't vote. But who even said 2 million people were NPP? These were Ghanaians that expressed their choice at a certain point in time. They cannot be said to be your supporters. So the vote difference in the 2020 election and 2024 in respect of NPP is 1.9 million votes and not 2.1. So that mischief might be killed from today going on. I don't intend to prolong this video. I end it here, and then let's wait and see what the people will say. If they say more, I have more evidence and more data, courtesy EC website. I use the EC data. They are the custodian of the election results data, and I use it to project the analysis. So if anyone dispute that, then let's do one-on-one. Thank you very much.